the more I use the Samsung Galaxy S3 4G and the 4.8 inch screen, the more I'm sure that Phablets is my ideal device. I will not buy a tablet again because I don't see the point in a tablet when I have a MacBook Air 11 inch, because I use my MacBook Air 11 inch to everything more advanced when I need bigger screen and so on, keyboard and all that. Otherwise I rather use my smartphone, and before this Android phone I used the iPhone 5, and I used it for reading, consuming media, blogging, everything. But I think a phablet, a phone around 5 inch or something, would be the ideal device for me, because it's the perfect size to combine with my MacBook Air 11 inch. 11 inch and 5 inch or something. That is the perfect combination for me. I don't need anything else. And when I'm home I always dock my MacBook Air to my 40-inch HD TV, so at home I have a really large display, and when I'm away I always have my MacBook Air with me, so if I need to do something more advanced, fast, powerful and so on, like video editing and other stuff, then I just pick up my MacBook Air 11 inch and doing it, tethered to my Samsung Galaxy S3 4G at the moment. But I think a phablet is the perfect device for me. It's the way to go. And the Droid DNA that will be released in USA on Verizon looks like a perfect size, 5 inch. And it looks beautiful too. 4.8 inch that Samsung Galaxy S3 4G is a great size. But I think personally I can use a device that is a tiny bit bigger, around 5 inch or so, or even 5.5 inch as the Note 2 is, but I haven't tried that yet, and the device need to fit in my jeans pocket, so I don't know if the 5.5 inch Note 2 is too big for that yet, but I think as I said, I'm a Phablet guy. It's the perfect device for me, because with a phablet I don't need a tablet. I had an iPad, and the iPad was a great device. You could create content and be very productive with it, but it was too big and heavy for me to consume media. I couldn't lay in my bed and reading on it because it was too big and heavy. I rather used my iPhone for that. So every time when it's time to read, then I always used my iPhone anyways. So I decided to use my MacBook Air 11 inch for everything else, and used my iPhone for all the rest. So now with my Android phone I use that instead of the iPhone to read and consume media, and light blogging and social sharing and so on. Everything else I did before. So I think that is the perfect combination for me. And the Samsung Galaxy S3 4G is almost a phablet. 4.8 inch is very big actually, but I think personally with my big hands I can use a phablet around 5 inch, or maybe the Note 2 5.5 inch. Okay, so this is the second video blog, car vlog I do with the Samsung Galaxy S3 4G. The first I did got some complaints about sound quality was terrible, and the video quality was worse than it was on my iPhone 5. And maybe both of these things was true. It's still dark outside because we have just had the sunrise here some minutes ago, so of course the video quality is is always a bit darker and not so colorful. The sound though, the first vlog I did, I tried the stereo option on audio, so it recorded in stereo. Now I have turned that off and this is recorded in mono. I will see how the sound will be in mono, because when I did these vlogs on my iPhone 5, the iPhone 5 always recorded in mono. So now I recorded in mono to see if that was the reason why the sound was not as good. It will be interesting to see. So now I'm on the highway and the sound is very high, and as I said, it's still dark outside, so the video quality is not as good as it could be. Of course, when the spring comes and summer, this video quality will be enough, I'm sure of that. So I'm more worried about the sound quality, because I'm refusing to use an external microphone because it's too much hassle to use an external microphone. So I don't want to use an external microphone. Okay, so the sound is very high now in the car. The background noise, very high.